Whoever touches the other first wins.
From this point forward, there is absolutely no air for a stretch of 100 meters in front of me!
We got rid of the air?
What?
That's the star?
And now you've taken your last breath!
Stand and strike!
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Let's React. I'm Kenny and this is my beautiful wife, Montana.
And today we're going to be reacting to Season 7, Episode 1 of My Hero Academia, In the Nick of Time, a big-time Maverick from the West.
This is also the first episode that I have not seen.
Very exciting.
So what are our thoughts before we jump into this episode?
I don't know, Kenny, what are our thoughts?
I've been waiting for years now for what Star and Stripes' quirk is. I have not seen any of what her quirk is.
I'm excited to see you blind react. I'm also curious about the potential international response of rogue heroes.
Maybe it'll inspire other people to go. I hope so, because All For One
We need some help.
is just getting so powerful. I mean, he has two bodies, essentially. Oh my god, I can just fully discuss. There's no way I can spoil anymore. It's like Deku with Black Whip. Like, I have to undo the locks in my brain.
Stop. That's
like,
so
for
funny.
example,
All right, Lee, take them off.
Really? Now I will be able to move freely!
All For One, I think at some point he's gonna try to take the two bodies and somehow, like, I mean, he doesn't really need to combine because they both have the set. It would probably be better to be separate, but maybe like Mahito, he's gonna wanna eventually
like fuse,
full power fuse. And I'm wondering what he needs for that, because he didn't do that when they first saw each other, even though he was in control of both.
Maybe that's a quirk someone else has that he's waiting to steal and then use.
Eri would be my guess. So I'm hoping All For One does not get a hold of Eri's quirk. For now, if you're excited for Season 7 of My Hero Academia, make sure to hit like, comment, and subscribe down below for episodes coming every Friday and Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you can't wait and want to see these episodes right now, including like 11 episodes ahead, they're all posted to Patreon and they're extended full-length forms. For now, are we excited for Season 7 of My Hero Academia?
Absolutely.
All right, let's get it.
Let's go.
Dunderheads, this video was brought to you by the incredible members of the Let's React Patreon. If you want access to a ton of exclusive perks, check out the link in the description below. Have a good day, Twinkle Toes!
Oh, classic Deku.
I love that he's still such a super fan.
I'm back at UA.
Very sweet.
Yeah. This is so cool. I haven't seen any of this.
Don't be too stubborn.
His king.
Sometimes you have to kill a person in order to save them. Be sure to remember that.
I wonder if that's going to be what happens
next. That's true.
if Shigaraki's fully
and I
not
get
in
that the
control
only way to
and
stop
wants
him
to die.
might be to kill him, but
Very
Like,
good point.
If it's All For One in Shigaraki's body, at some point could there be another meeting in the heads where he's like Deku, please stop him.
I don't know what I should do next. That's true. And I get that the only way to stop him might be to kill him, but
I want to save that little kid!
Oh no.
the final battle draws near. But oddly enough, I'm not afraid.
Hey, it seems like back to normalcy a little
Yay.
bit. Definitely not.
Together, we'll set
Well,
things
everyone's
right.
here. Being back in a familiar environment will be good for him.
But yeah,
People
mentally.
will smile
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
We'll go beyond and forge a bright future.
New intro.
All right. A new day. That looked like Ares' eye.
interesting music choice here. Whoa, was that Hagakure? Was that? I think that's her name, the Invisible Girl?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Oh, and Dabi.
Oh.
New attachments? Whoa, look at dude, this animation, the teamwork.
Yeah.
All bringing Deku to the end goal. Another matchup with Shigaraki.
I like that he still has the cape, but he looks less fucked up.
Yeah. Okay. Thoughts on that intro?
Very cool. Definitely a different music style than I feel like they've had for other intros.
Yeah, my first thought is musically I don't love it as much as the others, but maybe it'll grow on me. But visually, that animation at the end, him flying through, like, wow.
Yeah,
that was
very cool.
Very cool. Feels like it mainly just showed the people that are going to be involved. I don't think there are many plot points I could really discern from that.
No, me either.
Maybe that's just, we'll figure it out along the way, but I like the intro a lot, and I'm excited for the second listen through. Maybe I'll like it more. But it's definitely not your typical My Hero sound.
Yeah.
Yeah. Back to Star and Stripe. I always envisioned her just fighting up in the air and never landing, so.
Tokyo, Japan's largest city, has gone dark. The streets are empty. Everyday life has ground to a halt. Fear now controls this metropolitan area and others like it.
Americans.
A group called the Paranormal Liberation Front that has spread havoc throughout this country. Their leaders are the infamous criminal All for One, sometimes known as the Symbol of Evil, and Tomura Shigaraki, the madman's assumed protege. Recently, the group released dangerous inmates from maximum security prisons across Japan. These fugitive villains, commonly referred to as jailbreakers, have taken over the streets. Japan's heroes are said to be working diligently alongside the police to put these escaped criminals back behind bars, but the jailbreakers are overwhelming them. As such, the Japanese government has requested a temporary dispatch of heroes from...
What the hell do you think you're doing?
Nothing. I'm just reporting
The
on
news?
the current situation in Tokyo.
Your viewers must be dying to see some bloodshed.
If you were smart, you'd worry about your own country's problems.
Bastards!
Ethan, are we being deployed?
No, not yet. The mess in Japan is making waves. Villains across the globe are getting bolder. I doubt the White House wants to send us abroad and risk getting caught with their pants down if there's an attack.
Morons! Even if there was
that's
trouble
a
at
good
home,
point.
we can have the heroes back in the States in 2 hours, no sweat!
You got that right.
There she is.
Literally looks like-
Right. Right,
Lady
bros?
All Might.
Literally.
Stop.
You see, right, bros, she said? Also, the
Give me a
music,
ride. Right, bros?
Stop.
Don't blame us if you get in trouble, Star.
It wasn't a question of whether or not I would help, so why not start sooner rather than later? And besides,
That's All
we're
Might.
talking about a direct request from All Might. If my
Good
master
God.
is in trouble, I don't have to think twice before heeding his call.
Her build is crazy.
She is jacked. Oh, new
Good
battle
for
card.
her.
We're at a critical juncture.
Beautiful nature.
Police,
but then-
heroes have their hands full with swarms of escaped inmates rampaging across Japan, which leaves us free to plot and prepare however we see fit. Though this island nation may be small, we'll still win at hide and seek.
Wouldn't it be easier if we left the country?
Perhaps, but it's not ideal, especially since hiding is only a short-term issue. And then, of course, I must take control of One for All, a mid-game objective.
That's not your end goal?
No, I have a long, intricate design for my future. In somewhat of a twist, the biggest hurdle I might face, and my biggest opportunity, is about to show up at our door. As you've no doubt realized, I have many loyal friends around the globe. Fortunately, while All Might may have eradicated organized crime in Japan, it positively flourishes overseas. If I tell my friends
Yikes.
to run riot, countries will be forced to consider domestic safety before offering aid to others.
So what's the big chance coming our way?
Her name is Star and Stripe.
Oh,
The
he knew she would come
strongest
early.
woman alive, the hero who reigns supreme in the land of the free, the very birthplace of heroes. Few could hope to stand against her. It's a gamble, certainly. Her interference will be devastating if she gets the upper hand. But if I can steal her quirk, there'll be no fight we can't win.
What is her quirk?
Now, Iguchi. Unlike Toya
So he's gonna try to
and the
steal
others,
it.
You've
Gamble.
been devoted to acting as my personal bodyguard. However, I'm afraid you're needed elsewhere. From now on, your focus will be on Tomura Shigaraki's crusade. Understand, Spinner? Live up to your name and spin a story for us. As a heteromorph, you were born into a difficult life, hated, a nobody. But you can hear the change of the wind, can't you? There are many lurking in the shadows who sympathize with your plight.
We had no place in the old regime.
Other heteromorphs.
The great Destro is captured. But, behold, our hopes and dreams have not been quashed. The embers of liberation still burn around us. We were assigned to Spinner's Vanguard Action Support Regiment because we are all of us alike. We recognize each other's pain. We must remember Skeptic's stirring
That's
words since he
quite
is still
the
free to
group.
speak.
Liberate yourselves. Wipe out the vestiges of the establishment.
Okay,
See
so
that
Skeptic's still
Destro's
out there.
revolution
Okay.
becomes a reality. Recruit new warriors to the cause. You'll find it easy to open the minds of those who live as you do. I don't
Yeah.
care for the League, but in these circumstances I have to rely on them. Redestro found hope in those deviants. So it doesn't matter if the League of Villains are true comrades who actually believe in our mission or not. We will mold them into the real thing, champion their names and deeds. And when Shigaraki destroys the future, we will sow the seeds of new growth.
Whoa. Wait. So,
Okay.
lots of things happening.
Yeah.
So Skeptic thinks, regardless of what happens, we will be there to shape the future. All for One basically baited Star and Stripe to come over to try to take her quirk.
Yeah, well, no one else is there to help her, so it's like an even better shot for him to take her quirk.
Yeah, but he said Tomura Shigaraki's being sent on a crusade. I wonder if that's to go get Star and Stripe. It seems like he was in the sky right here.
Yeah.
And also Spinner's inspiring heteromorphs to join them. But look, yeah, he's in the air.
Yeah.
We will sow the seeds of new growth.
They're approaching fast. She'll be here any second. We can't afford to waste time. Let's talk strategy as soon as she lands. Honestly, just knowing she's coming is a huge reassurance. Hope she doesn't get in too much trouble with her boss.
And what's her quirk?
Her rash nature may end up being our salvation. I share your relief. Plus, I've always wanted to chat with her about the prized denim popularized during America's gold rush.
Stop.
That's kind of where it started.
Yeah.
Emergency! You're on the way, right?
She's not going to get a chance to land.
In her flight path. It's him! He's come out of hiding!
Yep.
God, they're going so
Shigaraki.
fast.
Yep.
Oh, they're so fast.
What is he on? The flying Nomo?
Or is he just flying himself now?
And is it All for One in control?
Such a warm welcome already. You move pretty fast. Does that mean you're the criminal known as All for One?
Good question.
It's him, Shigaraki.
Who knows what I am?
Ooh.
Okay, so this...
Who knows what I am?
Interesting. So that was Shigaraki's voice. So has All for One just given him control this time around?
It definitely sounds like it. I have a hard time believing that Shigaraki, in a situation where his autonomy was taken away and then given back, that his response to being in charge of himself again would be to just follow the orders of the person who took away his autonomy, unless it was some sort of like, I'll do that again unless you do what I say.
Multiple things for me. One is, I'm sure All For One could just take back control anytime.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's also interesting. He says he's not sure who he is anymore, like what he is anymore. Like,
yeah.
He's kind of both.
What,
so.
not who, is a very interesting choice.
Did he say what?
He did.
Ah, yeah. We'll see, but our fight's set up.
Good question. Possibly. Who knows what I am?
Yeah. She seemed confident, though.
She does. She has a lot of
strongest
backup.
Strongest woman in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Negative, Star. That's Tomura Shigaraki. According to our intel, he can destroy whatever he gets his hands on. He's also displayed super strength, regenerative abilities, and EMP attacks.
That dresses like All For One, too.
Yeah. Anti-pulse fields up.
Roger that, Bravo leader.
Anti-pulse fields activated.
Okay, so the radio waves won't work on them.
Okay.
Stupid question, but engage or retreat?
You know which. Time to smash!
Roger that, Star. I hope one of us gets to the landing point safe.
Get it.
Battle formation!
Look alive!
Sick.
Formation Delta. Roger that.
And we have the best planes, so.
Now then, let's take this villain down.
Hell yeah.
I don't want anyone holding back. Fight with honor, and I'll make sure your remains get to your loved ones. No mercy!
Whoa.
What a strange
That's
thing.
insane.
It seems correct to say that I'm Tomura Shigaraki. And yet, there's no doubt that I'm me as well. It's been like this ever since I woke up.
It's like Venom.
Heavy payload, plus radio waves, and air cannon.
Evade!
What if she just dies?
Oh, maybe those weren't anti.
I know what your quirk is.
EMP.
Whoever touches the other first wins. America!
Whoa.
You may know what I'm packing, but I'm the best there is, because I'm still gonna beat your ass, boy!
Oh, whoever touches the other first wins.
From this
All
point
right.
forward, there is absolutely no air for a stretch of 100 meters in front of me!
We got rid of the air?
What?
That's the star?
And now you've taken your last breath!
Star and Stripe. Her quirk, New Order. After touching a target and calling out its name, she can impose a new rule on that person or thing. In this case, she touched the air and declared that it no longer existed for the distance area in front of her, essentially creating a vacuum impossible to breathe in.
What? This is a broken quirk.
And it just follows him.
Yeah, I figured someone who came all the way out here to meet me wouldn't die that easily. Laser cannon!
All right, but what a great ability.
Wow.
What are the possibilities about anything?
Everything. You can make rules?
Being on the air is insane. Okay.
I'm running down! Not a chance, Wedge. My blast got him first!
We're not done!
Reflect plus scatter.
Oh, God.
Oh no, did he like spank it?
He reflected.
Shit.
These lasers can be held!
Oh, we can catch it?
Can be held. She made the rule.
Fast! No wonder Japan had trouble with him.
Breathe again.
That's insane.
Okay, so she had to make a new rule.
Okay.
And it cancels the old
I was
rule.
hoping you'd use your super strength to take a shot at me! Tomura Shigaraki!
Whoa!
I can only have 2 rules active at one time. The first,
You get
I
2?
always use to strengthen and reinforce my body. And while it's impossible for me to power up to All Might's level, I try. When I was a kid, an exchange student from Japan saved me.
Oh my.
My family was on our way to the Santa Monica Pier when a gigantic burglar on the run came out of nowhere and attacked our car. I wanted to save him.
Oh, this was the person saved in the movie.
I was
Wait.
sure we were going to die. And then...
No way!
The movies are canon! They're canon! Officially. I knew they were, but still.
He
That's...
was there.
What?
Those 2 blonde tufts of hair. I immediately knew I'd never forget him. That's how he became my master.
And she's a brunette.
That's it, I'm
Dyed
going
hair.
blonde.
To show my own personal devotion
Wow.
to peace. I copied his hairstyle.
She has no roots either.
She copied his hairstyle.
No matter where I go,
That's some dedicated hair dye.
always him.
That's why we call him the symbol of peace, little man. Oh, by the way, I touched you and said your name during that little dust-up.
Yeah, she hit
From
him.
this moment on, if Tomura Shigaraki makes a single move, his heart will stop beating.
Oh, she got
Yeah,
me.
'cause I thought she hit him.
Ever since I awakened, I felt that something's different.
Wait, but he's all for one, not Tomura Shigaraki, maybe.
Between us grows ever more undefined.
That might break the rule.
It should have
Like,
taken
he's
a
not
full
technically
2 months of recuperation for you and me to become us. Yet
But All For One just said earlier, like, it doesn't feel wrong to call myself Shigaraki.
Yes, but I'm assuming, because otherwise, if he moves at all, he dies. I think the loophole here is going to be he's not technically Tomura Shigaraki anymore.
Okay.
That's why I said it feels right, but it might not be.
Mm-hmm.
Something's changing.
the boundary between us grows ever more undefined. It should have taken a full 2 months of recuperation for you and me to become us. Yet here we are. You never cease to surprise, Tomura. Your destructive urges, that roiling hatred, they continue to grow beyond any expectation the doctor and I had. In terms of numbers, I'd say we're at 97, perhaps 98% of the way to completion. Soon we will merge into utter perfection. Then we'll
There's going to be one
All
being.
For One, nor Tomura Shigaraki.
This is what I was thinking.
Feel it. Our new form will be an entirely different person. Like hell. I won't let you!
It's not working? What's the issue?
Yeah, he's not technically Tomura Shigaraki.
Shigaraki, isn't it?
Fine. Struggle if you like. Do you abhor me? That's excellent. May your anger and hatred be heralds of our luminous future!
Whoa.
What the? It all started in that little house.
Why did his hair grow?
A series of resentment.
Sorry, did you see that?
Yeah.
What the fuck is happening?
Be heralds of our luminous
This is the new. This is the entirely new person. He's going to form an entirely new person.
Because quite literally, the only way out of this pin is if he becomes not Tomura Shigaraki.
Correct.
Do you abhor me? That's excellent. May your anger and hatred be heralds of our luminous future!
What the?
Oh.
It all started in that little house. A series of resentments that piled on top of one another.
Radio waves. It seemed.
His hair got longer? What's this guy's deal?
Yeah, what?
I'm beginning to understand New Order better. Your godlike quirk has rules of its own. The #1 hero in the USA, Star and Stripe.
Why did his hair
The government
grow?
has treated the details of her quirk as a closely guarded state secret. But basically by touching her target and naming it, she can force it to obey. This reality-shaping ability makes the rest of us her playthings. Except I noticed something interesting during our fight. There's a limit to how much she can increase her physical power. Otherwise, she would have knocked my head clean off my body with her first punch.
From this moment on, if Tomura Shigaraki makes a single move, his heart will stop beating.
But given the rules she tried to give me, she can damage her targets as much as she wants. It's like a life meter with a cap on how much she can improve herself, but no limit to how much she hurts others. On the other hand, since she didn't say something like, whoever enters this specified airspace immediately dies, it seems she can't impose a rule that also has an effect on something she hasn't physically touched.
Okay.
Or maybe she can, but the effect is weaker? Even so, she's definitely able to create a vacuum and hold lasers.
Very unique power.
It really is.
Non-living things. That's the real strength and advantage of New Order. The difference between living
The
and
non-living
things must be in the naming. The reason the rule didn't work on me was because of a difference in perception. I get that now. Miss Star thought of me as
He's
Tomura
smart.
Shigaraki when she touched me and said my name. But right now, I'm not sure if I am Tomura Shigaraki. Or All For One. Or even Tenko Shimura. When she calls someone with a sense of self by their name, they have to identify as that person. And since objects have no sense of self, her perception is the only one
They
that
just are
matters
what
to
she
New
says
Order.
they are.
Is there a two-time
Okay.
effect? What's the scope of the power? Would it work on an animal? How would Mon have reacted in this scenario? What's gotten into me? I have this irresistible urge to test out the scope of her abilities.
Because he wants to know what he is or who he
All
is.
for One.
What's your next move, Star?
I think it's because All for One is influencing his thoughts. Like, because that's all we've seen All for One do is be fascinated by quirks.
Urge to test out the scope of her abilities.
How are they going to animate him melding into All for One?
Right? That's going to be so cool.
What's your next move, Star? New Order and laser attacks don't work on that regenerating bastard.
Get Commander Agpar on the line.
Don't tell me. Coming here on your own was bad enough, but that? You're mad.
It could be our one chance. What good special
Commander
authority if I
Agpar.
don't
And then
use
said
it?
that?
This villain is not just
Is it a
an enemy
nuke?
to Japan. He's an enemy to the world. We'll stop him before he can hurt anyone else. As only we can. It'll take a minute, so make sure you fly steady so I have a place to stand. Thanks, bro.
What?
Jeez. Taking care of her sure is a lot of work.
Starting today, you guys are my ride or die brothers. Let's fight together until death do us part.
Wedge, shake that crusty freak off your jet. He's in Star Spot.
He's in
Just
Star
because you
Spot.
understand how my quirk works doesn't mean you can counter it. Air! The air hardens into my form, but 1,000 times bigger!
What?
Fist bomb to the earth!
I can't see it.
That's
Something's there.
She can't even see it. He can't even see it. Oh, that's gotta be hard to fight.
Oh my
No
god.
point in trying to wear him down.
That's
I doubt he's gonna talk if
awesome.
I try to beat his true name out of him.
Whoa.
This is the only way I'll defeat
He doesn't
him.
even know.
Tell me your real name.
That's gotta be.
Nothing remains. But he's a tough one. Bruce, let me get some more lasers.
And can't touch him that way.
Lasers. We'll form a single beam. United
She's using 2 orders.
Hypermax output laser. Tyrannos!
Oh my god.
Combined firepower! That's got to destroy his body!
No, it'll just keep him from regenerating.
And his body's
This could take
weakened.
him out.
Sorry, her body's weakened.
Endeavor would have burned him to a crisp already.
Star.
Commander Agpar.
I got too used to your willfulness and let my guard down. I'm afraid this stunt's going to cost you more than your license this time.
Worth it. Just please, tell me they're ready.
This is your last favor, Star. I've already informed Japan what's happening. They'll reach you soon.
Now we're talking.
We wouldn't be if your stubborn disregard for rules hadn't made our country shine brighter over the years. All Might himself wasn't able to take care of this deranged villain.
So you must surpass him, Cassie.
Come on.
State-of-the-art hypersonic intercontinental cruise missiles.
Cassie?
Tiamat.
They're cruise missiles.
Ensure each and every one of them hits their mark.
Okay, so she's just gotta hold him down until they get there.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
New order! Tiamat will be redirected!
Fire!
Whoa.
Oh.
State of the art.
Look at him.
Hypersonic intercontinental cruise launch!
Oh.
Did it work?
Amazing.
What a showing for Star and
Great
Stripe.
episode. She's so cool.
She's so cool.
Never would have guessed her power in a million billion years.
Never.
That was awesome.
And her application of it is so genius. Wow. He better not get a hold of that quirk. That would be a problem.
I feel like I keep saying if this happens, it would be game over and then whatever happens. But like, if he gets that, it would really be game over.
Well, could he not go? My body goes back to its normal form. Like, but she has him pinned down with lasers in 1,000 times her size form. He's at the bottom of the ocean right now. Come on.
Please.
We'll have to see how it goes, but for now, that's where we're left for Season 7, Episode 1 of My Hero Academia. Jumping into things super fast there.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but thank you for watching, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below if you enjoy that episode of My Hero and are excited for our next episode, which is going to be coming either Sunday or Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, whichever's sooner. If you can't wait and want to see these episodes right now, they're all posted to Patreon in their extended full-length forms, along with episodes of our other series. The ones here are the ones that are on Patreon, but for now, we have a lot to discuss. But before we do that, where are we headed?
All right, let's review.
Thank you for watching. For now, we're going to go to questions given to us by our amazing Patreon members. If you want to ask us questions we answer after every episode of any show we watch, join the link in the description below and start asking. For now, let's go to question 1. Spencer asks, after what you've seen so far, how do you guys think Star and Stripe will continue to fight with Shigaraki and the potential consequences of doing so? And I'll add on to that, like, thoughts on New Order as a quirk in general.
Okay, I think it's one of the cooler quirks we've ever seen. I can't wait to learn more, not to go full all for one, but I want to know everything about it.
Yeah.
Separately, I am concerned about the fact that she seemed to withdraw the like protection order she had so that she could use 2 on Shigaraki at the same time, which of any situation to use like double your power, that's probably the one, but it also makes me really worried if he's able to somehow get out from under it, that she's extra vulnerable.
Yeah, the thing is, I don't think she's any more vulnerable than she would be, because it didn't matter if she was the strongest person on Earth. Shigaraki's quirk will kill her instantaneously if he touches her. It's more buffing her own physical strength, so I think abandoning that to create the giant construct is kind of just almost like transferring, like instead of I'm going to be stronger, I'm going to make this construct version of me way stronger.
Okay.
So I think it's like, I've thought that too at first, but then I was like, wait, it only buffs her power. So if she's got a powerful vessel, then that works. But
okay.
In terms of New Order, the quirk, like the possibilities are limitless and they're purely based on creativity. Like that's so interesting that like, I wonder how one would train with that quirk when it like, you know, I feel like Yaoyorozu would be good with this because she knows so many things. But I'm fascinated to see more of her creativity with it. She clearly has had a lot of experience with it and is using it in like a pretty ideal way.
Yeah.
But in the fight with him, like it seems like there's limits on just being like this person dies immediately unless you touch them, and he has to be sure of himself. So she can't really impose New Order on Shigaraki because he doesn't know who he is, which is interesting.
Yeah, it works on everyone except for people with identity disorders.
Yeah. So I just don't know what the next step for her using it is. Like, frankly, because like I can't speculate. I could, because there's infinite number of things that can happen.
It could literally be anything. And also another thing, I mean, I hope we don't ever see it, but I shudder to think at the potential for New Order powers mixed with other quirks.
With All For
like if All For One had it and was like, double all of my quirks, and that like that's one of my orders now, like that's just it's already such an incredible power, and the idea of how that could apply to someone who has like just kind of almost unlimited other quirks to draw from, scary.
I just realized why Shigaraki's hair grew. He moved closer to being done growing. Like, I think that was an advanced growth process. I think a part of himself accepted that he's not fully Tomura Shigaraki anymore because New Order didn't work on him.
Yeah.
So that definitely means he's not him. So I think that All For One was describing they're melding faster than he thought they would. And I think that increased the process. Like, the hair growth represents time going by on his like 2-month limiter, I guess. That would be my guess.
All right.
But in terms of the fight, I think she's got him pinned down for now. I don't know how he would get out from that. He's definitely going to. But I think just keep fighting with the large form and reserve the second order to be more protective of yourself or amp up if you already have them trapped. Yeah, but let's go to our second question. Question 2. HBomb24 asks, Kenny, how does it feel to be setting foot in uncharted waters for the first time in this reaction, not counting movies? Are you excited or nervous given the final conflict that's on the horizon? It's crazy being in uncharted waters, but also like, it's kind of weird in a way because like I feel like I know everything about Shigaraki and All For One, but they're showing new parts to themselves that are like, oh, I need to like, I don't know these characters as well as I thought I did. Like, there's new things being presented. Like, it really does feel like I have to untrain my brain a little bit and like get back into it being new reaction. So yeah, very interesting. But let's go to our final question. Oh, and I'll ask off of that question. How does it feel having us both be reacting to this?
Oh, it's so fun. Yeah. I mean, I always love speculating with you and like bouncing ideas off each other when it's not just that is so interesting, Mont.
Yeah.
I can't say anything but good thoughts.
Yeah.
Like it's fun to be able to talk about it and talk about it.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be even more fun moving forward as we move further away from where I've seen. Now we're just entering a new zone, but let's go to our final question. Final question. Day asks, what are your thoughts on the ongoing struggle inside Shigaraki's body between All For One and Shigaraki? All For One raised Shigaraki to be the vessel, but we've seen Shigaraki fight against All For One's consciousness several times. Who do you think will win in the end?
Yeah, I was kind of surprised at how well they were working together. I didn't expect Shigaraki to fold to the idea that he and All For One were just kind of melding at this point.
Do you think that's what he's doing here?
Kinda, yeah. I feel
Remember
like
when he said like hell when he was told that they were going to meld together?
Like in this episode? Mm-hmm. I thought he said that earlier, and then when Star said, I'm putting a spell on you, and it didn't work because it wasn't his name, that he was like, oh, we are melding, and then that was when the hair growth thing happened. I thought that's what...
I think that what I'm realizing now, and this is at least my perception, is we need to think of body Shigaraki as different than mind Shigaraki. I think the body is a reflection of the already melding happening.
Okay.
I feel this compulsion to go after this quirk. I feel like we're seeing the physical body is all for Shigaraki, and then on the inside we're seeing All For One and the real Shigaraki kind of melding, and then the real Shigaraki said, hell, I don't want to do this.
Interesting.
But the outside one is not quite the same. So it's I think they're meant to make it, they're making it ambiguous and hard to kind of see who we're looking at, on purpose.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't even really know. All I know is if somebody in there said hell and it's Shigaraki and was not happy about them melding, but perhaps it's too far gone for the real body to actually think otherwise. I never thought that it would be they'll make a new person. All For One saying it'll be a whole new person, not you or me. I thought it'd be All For One just taking the body.
Yeah,
no.
That was a bit more of a concession than I expected from All For One.
Yeah, it's because what they're hinting at is that they needed to raise somebody to be angrier than anybody else. The Doctor and you surpassed the rates we even thought. I think maybe he knew, I simply don't have enough hatred to take one for all, so I'm going to undertake this whole thing to just meld our bodies together and add your anger to my mind. And I don't know if he anticipated being a whole new person. He seems shocked at the level of anger, so maybe he's shocked at the level of autonomy that he still has. He even said, your anger at me is helpful. We'll turn that into something else right as the hair was growing.
Yeah.
So maybe he planned on taking it, but he's you know what? Your hatred of me is even stronger, so I'm going to keep you as a little part of my brain. I don't know.
Yeah.
Either way, All For One clearly had sinister intentions the whole time of just...
Yeah.
Taking him over, because in season 1 he even said, and I didn't want to remind you of this because I know season 1 he goes, you'll be the new me.
Yeah.
I think this is the ultimate result of that.
Yeah.
But hopefully right now this season's gonna be 2 episodes long because Star and Stripe is gonna take him down.
So
no
fast.
problem. But that's where we're left for season 7 episode 1 of My Hero. We're excited for episode 2.
Can't wait.
All right, let's get it.
Let's go.